Welcome to the Maine Pod Week. I am Nate.
I'm Julia.
And I have not seen Julia since 2 weeks ago.
Oh my gosh, it's been so long.
I had a mask on when I saw you because I was coming down with a deathly illness, which you may be able to hear my voice a little bit, is still lingering. But I slapped a mask on so we could go have a theatrical outing, the two of us.
That's right.
Yeah.
Ain't no sickness going to stop you from having a theatrical outing.
No. And being considerate of other moviegoers
exactly.
who are there and may not want to be sick as well.
And it's as easy as putting on a mask.
It's just that simple. We went and saw Sam Dunning's Can You Dig It at the Nick, which was a sold-out showing.
Sold out.
I had purchased a ticket in advance, which, as we've talked about, is something I don't always do. Yeah. And Julia snagged a seat for me.
Yep.
Which was also crucial to the viewing experience.
Not a great seat. Like when I got there was, there's slim pickings, honestly.
Yeah. So, it was right in Theater 1 at the Nick here in Portland. Yeah. They said, as I was getting into the theater, everybody was like, "Oh, well, they said it sold out. Well, they said it sold out, so I'm glad we blah. And I was like, "Oh my God, I'm glad I blah too," you know?
When I was coming in, I think there was a person behind me that was actually able to buy tickets. So I think it probably so it sold out in the process of filling up the theater. Yeah.
Which is super cool.
Super cool. Yeah, amazing. And I think also his show at the Evening Star most recently sold out.
That's awesome.
Brunswick.
That's so cool.
I know. Look at
especially
this guy.
because you brought up Can You Dig It around this time last year, maybe a little bit later in the year, but I remember you mentioning it when we were talking about summer theater and summer film festivals specifically in Maine. So we're coming up on the 1 year anniversary of that kind of having been floating around the
I mean, not to toot our own horn, but the Maine Play Week as an outlet, we have been on this since the beginning. We got our
finger on the pulse.
On the pulse. We saw a hit and we recognize it as a hit, and we were like,
absolutely,
yep, got to get this guy on the podcast twice, and we did.
Twice.
Those links are in the description.
And I had listened to the interview you did with him last year, and I've not, full disclosure, mea culpa, I have not yet listened to the newer interview that you've done with him.
I don't listen to any of these finished episodes. I gotta be honest.
I listen to them while I am editing them, and then I say, "Good luck out there."
Great.
And I send them off. I was really glad that I did listen to it before I saw the film. I thought it was very interesting what he said about sort of the freestyle canoeing's community's reaction to him when he was first making this movie. And if you haven't listened to the podcast, there are two sort of pinnacles of the freestyle canoeing community who are featured in his movie. They did all the freestyle canoeing that is featured in the film as well. He disguised them, which he was talking about in the interview you did with him. He just put them in his actor's clothes and didn't shoot their faces. And I thought it was pretty convincing. I bought it. Yeah, I totally bought it.
Yeah, for sure.
He kinda,
if you're not looking too closely, it totally works.
Yeah. He kind of sold himself short. He was like, I hope people can't tell, but there's some pretty big differences. But if I hadn't known, I don't think I necessarily would have immediately spotted it.
Totally.
But these two folks, I guess he approached them and said, "Hey, I'm making this movie." And they said, "Oh, a lot of people told us not to talk to you."
Yeah.
Which would have stopped me right in my tracks. So I mean, props on him for making a good for pushing through that and making a really cool movie. Anyhow.
Yeah, and I hope that they like. I know that they've seen the film and they like the film.
Yeah,
and like, you know, throughout its like festival circuit, I don't know how much they're paying attention to that, but like, I would hope that in this kind of like theatrical era of the film, they can like, you know, see like the sold out crowds and like the people who are like really truly interested in this sport and like didn't know it existed. And I hope they can sort of like see that for like, oh, like this is, you know, yeah, it's like funny and it's like poking fun a little bit, but like it's also
it's very like,
it's like exposing it's like exposing this unique, wonderful thing to a lot of different people who think it's really cool. And like, and people like me who are like, I want to try that. Like
totally. I had not seen any videos of freestyle canoeing before I saw the movie. So I didn't really know what to expect. And now maybe I'm going to put myself in the firing line of the freestyle canoeing community, but like I was a lot lamer than I thought it was going to be. It was like I think I was thinking of like, you ever see like sport kayaking where people in kayaks are like, they're sitting in their kayak and they're like 10, 15 feet off of like above the water on like a dock, and they like tip themselves over and they
and they like
bounce
flip
in
around.
and out of the water and they're flipping around.
Right.
And it's a lot calmer than that.
It's a lot more
it's beautiful.
Graceful.
It's more about grace rather than stunts.
Yeah.
And I didn't get that going into it. I want to make it clear it's not something I think I could do. It's not like I watched it and I was like, I could do that easy peasy. I would end up in the water on my ass 100%. So absolutely props to people who have done this.
Right. But it's not the sort of like flashy, like, like stunt kind of like, I don't even know. Yeah. I mean, like a canoe is just like a lot harder to maneuver than a kayak, you know? So
absolutely.
And it's probably a lot safer to do those kinds of like crazy moves in a kayak where it's like, it's lighter, it's smaller. You're sort of like, you know, really like tucked in there. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
I know that you're a big canoeer. Most of my like independent watercraft has been kayaking, so that has I think I have a natural bias towards that. Yeah.
So did you take any guff at the comment about kayakers?
There
was a couple jokes in there.
Oh, right.
Like, oh, well, like
a bunch of kayakers show up.
A bunch of kayakers showed up.
That
tickled me. As a canoeist, that really tickled me.
A canoeist. I didn't realize that was the correct nomenclature. Yeah. Good to know.
Right, Nate.
There we go. I will. Scout's honor. I'm not a scout. No offense to the scouts that are listening.
I'm a scout.
But no,
I was a Girl Scout.
You were? Good for you.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. No, I wasn't involved in anything cool and organized like canoeing or scouting or anything like that. I was a lone wolf, a wild card.
Just growing up in the wilds of Maine, watching movies and getting into trouble.
So it's just super cool to see. I had a great time going to see it. And it was cool getting a chance to see it with you after you've worked so hard to you know, kind of bring this to light and put it on the map in some ways, at least on our platform here.
Thank you so much.
So yeah, it was really fun. It's not a movie I think I would have heard of if it weren't for you.
Hell yeah. Great. Hell yeah. I love it. Yeah.
A new cinematic experience.
I remember actually like this was, I think it was actually like around the time when when Sam Dunning like sort of like put together like the Kickstarter, like the GoFundMe or like the sort of proof of concept of the film. And I think I saw it and I was like, wait, it's like an independent Maine-made film about canoeing. And I was like, this is so cool. And I think I actually emailed him about it at that point, being like, hey, like this is so cool, like, you know, whatever. Or maybe I like thought that I did. I can't find any record of that happening. But like, I thought that I did like reach out to him like earlier, and then later when it was like, you know, it was like finished. And that's when I was working for Moff. It was like, okay, yeah, like this is like a natural.
We got to get this in.
We got to get this. Like this.
Yeah.
It's like it's almost like, okay, I don't really care if it's like not that good. You know, I mean, obviously I care if it's good,
right.
But like
right.
Just like the fact that it's made in Maine, it's a Maine filmmaker. So yeah, it's been really wonderful to kind of like see it from its festival life to its theatrical life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing. Yeah. So if you haven't seen Can You Dig It, then you can find out where to see it at our Showtimes page, showtimes.themainplayweek.com. And it'll show all the remaining showings in on the Maine theatrical tour.
Which is very exciting. I think I mentioned the fact that webpage existed in a little edited in blurb in our last episode, but to anyone listening now who maybe didn't listen to the first minute and a half or whatever of our last episode, the Showtimes page of the Maine Play Week, which has been like a primary thrust of the efforts here from the get-go, is finally here. We have it.
We have it.
It's live, showtimes.themainplayweek.com, and you can go and see all the movies that are playing near you, where they're playing, when they're playing, and you can search by title or location or time, maybe?
I don't think
Are we coming up?
Wait, title, location, and date. You can
And date. Okay,
yeah,
date, yes.
Yeah. But yeah, that's definitely something that we want to do is like, you know, build in like I have time like Wednesday evening, or like, oh, I have a weird like day off on like Friday morning or something.
Right.
So yeah, there's a lot of improvements and developments that we want to make to this website, but we first need people to actually like use the website and tell us what you would want to like, how you would actually like use this website, and what kind of like features or like design elements or like what would make this website even better. So please let us know. So go to showtimes.themainplayweek.com, and then you can email us at hello@themainplayweek.com. And we're just like really trying to like blast it out to everybody in Maine who has ever had an inkling to go to the movies.
It's very exciting. There's a lot there. This is a feedback stage, so you can get in on the ground floor, and we can make this a program that works for everybody as much as we can. And that's very exciting. I'm on the website right now, and it is it looks pretty slick. I can't really think of a whole lot more I'd like to add, other than like, you know, like you said, it would be cool to just sort by, oh, well, I have 2.5 hours on Thursday afternoon from 1:10 p.m. to
or like
3:30 or whatever.
Or like, you know, I get out of work at this time, and my drive time to this area is this long, so I'm going to be like, you know, all of those like very hyper specific kind of like, you know, solve this problem. Like I want, the intention is to see a movie in theaters, and yet life is complicated and there's all these things I have to figure out. Like, help me figure it out. So that's the idea.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's very exciting. I was also thinking about, as we were talking about new independent Maine cinema and how exciting that is, the Cassidy brothers, Nick and Cash, have been shooting their new film up in Orono with a theater that has partnered with us from the very beginning, Black Bear Cinemas. They have created a partnership between the two of them. They are filming something, I'm not quite sure what the project is, up in Orono right now. They've been posting production stills and behind the scenes bits and pieces. They're looking for indie musicians to help come up with a score right now. But that is that is a project which is in the works right now. We've talked a little bit about the Cassidy brothers and their work. Yeah. And I loved Childish Things that they put out. They showed at the Nick last August, I think.
With their big blue bus. Maybe. And you wrote a piece about it.
Yes, I did. Mm-hmm. Brewster, the Big Blue Bus. And so I would love to see the Cassidy brothers back on maybe on our Showtimes page in the next year or 2 years. I don't know what their production timeline is like.
I wonder what the film is going to be called and also what it's about. I mean, the only thing I know is that it's about like set in a movie theater, or at least part of it is. But actually, so our Central Maine correspondent, our Central Maine Plate Week correspondent, Tony, actually went to the theater, to Black Bear Cinemas, to get some, like, just, find some stuff out, be a boots on the ground reporter for
nice.
And so he's gonna write a little thing, and so we're gonna publish that on our Substack pretty soon. So I'm not sure. Cool. Who knows? Maybe I know he's working on it, so maybe it'll come out before this airs. Either way, be on the lookout for that. Stay tuned. Or absolutely. Yeah. If it exists by the time this podcast publishes, we'll include it in our description.
Something to look forward to. There's a lot to look forward to, actually, I think. Yeah. I have not really had the time. I'm getting ready to go to China. I'm hoping maybe I can go to a movie while I'm in China. I think that would be rad.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know if it'll happen or not, but find
the craziest theater and like see the most crazy. It'll be like Ninja 2, but like on steroids.
Maybe I'll get a chance to see Ninja 3. What if? That would be huge. I have not gotten a chance to see a lot of movies around here as I'm getting ready to pack my bags and fly over there in a couple of weeks. But there's so many movies right now that I want to see.
Yeah.
Just they look like fun.
Yeah.
The Drama is one that I don't have plans to see right now, but is one that I really want to see.
So This is how you optimize your time, people. Okay.
All right, everybody, listen
This is how you optimize your time. So you go on Facebook Marketplace and you find a beautiful little ceramic like wall pocket. Like, you can like put it on the wall and then you put like your mail in it. Have you?
Oh, yep. Okay, yep.
Like I've never actually had one, but they look really cute, so I'm very excited. So I found this one and it's in Auburn. So I'm driving all the way to Auburn, and I was like, well, if I'm driving all the way to Auburn, I might as well go to the flagship in Auburn.
There you go.
And it just so happens that the Drama is going to be at the perfect time. So I was like, I'm going to have my little Facebook Marketplace adventure, get a cute little wall pocket, and then go see a cute little film.
Hell yeah.
I don't think it's supposed to be really that cute, but
no,
I
think
excited.
It's a little it's a little messy.
The Drama, so I've made it so far without being spoiled.
I have no clue.
I don't know what like her like secret is, but I think
the
like
Drama is.
Exactly. But like I think like the longer we go on, like the more likely it is that I'm gonna like get a spoiler. So I'm kind of I need to see it.
Absolutely. No, I hope that I can get a chance to see it in theaters. I didn't even really realize they were making a sequel to Ready or Not, but I have been gently easing my way into spookier, scary movies, and frequently I'll do that around Halloween. And this past Halloween, we watched at home Ready or Not, and it was more of like an action with sort of like a horror story than it was an actually like scary horror movie. And so it was a lot of fun. I didn't really know what to expect, but it was just kind of campy and bloody and exciting and kind of silly. It's about a girl who like marries into a family that makes board games, and
oh my god, my nightmare.
Turns out, Well,
except
ones...
I did marry into a family that plays a lot of board games, and it is kind of my nightmare, but probably not as bad as how things turned out for this.
Yeah. Well, it turns out that the reason their board games are so successful is that I think the family, like one of the family ancestors, made a pact with the devil, and in order to keep their wealth and whatever, they have to anytime somebody marries into the family, they have to win a game, and the game is, if they lose the game, they're dead. You know, they're killing them. So it's just like a fun kind of premise, and
it sounds so fun.
Yeah, yeah, it's just a silly blast.
Just a silly murder movie.
Yeah. I would love to see Ready or Not 2 in cinemas. Ideally with like a very packed crowd. I think that would be a really fun one to see with a lot of people in the audience.
Yeah.
I'm hoping maybe I'll get a chance to, but we'll see how travel works out for me and everything.
Yeah. It's been out for, I think, a couple weeks so far.
Yeah, I might miss it. I'll have lots of movie watching catch-up time on the flight there and back. I'll do when I come back, I'll do a airplane movie report and just let you know what I caught up on.
Yes, please. Yes,
Absolutely.
Please. Okay, so we're talking about like exciting movies that are coming out, and I was like, how am I supposed to know like what's coming out and like what are the things? And then I'm like, wait, we made this Showtime's website where I can go to, so I can click on all films, and then it basically shows me like all the things that are like playing or like going to play.
Mm-hmm.
And there's so much stuff.
Wow. Can you dig it? Right there. Smitty's, Evening Star, Magic Lantern, Colonial Theater, Waldo Theater. They're just ripping with it.
Thelma and Louise is playing at the Colonial. Sponsored by the Maine Women's Lobby. Hell yeah.
Cool. What? They got the Iron Giant playing in
Yeah, see, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, they're so, like,
that.
Yeah, exactly. Like, there's stuff in here that I'm like, wait, what? Like, I didn't know that was playing. Yeah.
Dang. All right, cool.
Okay, one film that I'm actually really excited about is Andre is an Idiot, and it's showing at Space on Tuesday, April 28th. And it's a documentary about this guy who didn't get his colonoscopy, and so he was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. And Jesus. So it's like obviously like very sad, but it's like but it's like he's so funny, and he's so like he's approaching it. He's sort of like approaching the end of his life as just like, like I'm an idiot because I didn't get a colonoscopy, and now I'm just gonna sort of like enjoy my life.
Cool.
So I don't know, kind of fun, kind of cool, and like
nice.
Yeah, definitely go get your colonoscopy, people.
Absolutely. And although maybe not as crucial, but still quite important, go get your colonoscopy and check out showtimes.themainplayweek.com. There's a lot to look forward to coming up. You'll be hearing more from us hopefully before too much longer. We got some travel and stuff coming up, but we'll be back to tell you what else is going on in the state before too much longer. As always, I am Nate.
And I'm Julia.
And we will see you at the movies.
See you at the movies.
The Maine Pod Week is hosted by Nate Stevenson and Julia Dunlavey, and edited and produced by Nate Stevenson. Social media video is produced by Nick Brown, and music is created by Peter Coleman. The podcast is a project of the Maine Play Week, a new media publication covering the moviegoing experience here in Maine. You can support our coverage financially by becoming a paid subscriber to our Substack at themainplayweek.substack.com/subscribe. Send your ideas, questions, or other musings to hello@themainplayweek.com, and follow us at The Maine Play Week on Instagram, Facebook, Blue Sky, and Substack. Learn more at themainplayweek.com. But most importantly, tell your movie-loving friends that we're here, and we'll see you at the cinema.